nightmares in my head. I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy. And silently, it could build and build until you finally see, whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders, like moving boulders just to get out of the home. It sucks, I've had enough, I don't wanna feel the stuck under the rug, all my problems that I shove.
I got nightmares in my head. I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head. I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. It sucks when you finally feel like giving up. Oh God, no luck, everything feels like you're sticky stuck. I'm lost, handcuffed to the bed where I sleep, don't give a fuck. Can't stop, unplug, feeling overwhelmed, I think I've had enough. Gotta find a way to get some energy, gotta find someone who's a good friend of me. I need purpose to make it all worth it, I'm still searching and I'm still learning. I want a life that's filled with memories, not a life with regret and frenemies. I need focus to keep me from hopeless psychosis if I keep moping.
I got nightmares in my head. I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head. I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight.
I think it's about 7 years, and we've been partners really with Apple for the past 3, and it's been quite an amazing journey. Thanks to Zach and Jamie, but moreover, thanks to Jay Hunt and Joe Oppenheimer, who have been our best partners ever. And they just made the show better with Valentine Milleville and José Caltagirón, who are our showrunners. And it's been a fabulous experience. I mean, it's really weird to be here tonight. After 7 years, everything went so quickly. And then we're going to turn around and we'll be in season 6, and that will be crazy. Well, the idea was to distance ourselves from reality, but be totally realistic. So we invented a world, a brand, a family, and the whole show is really about these 2 rival families in contemporary fashion, in the contemporary fashion world in Paris today. And so it is about art, it is about luxury, it is about this amazing field in Paris, but it's also about a dysfunctional family. And I think we can all relate to that. What we had to do is we created essentially several fashion brands. And when I say that, we created literally, we had a whole line, we had 60 people working on the clothes. We had some of the best designers in France who were ghosting because they're not allowed to do all these designs for other outside companies. But we had the best in the business. We had the young people who were making the bags and the lace and the silk. Everything was handmade. So we created a fashion brand from scratch. This man, Vincent Ledu, played by Lambert Wilson, Carole Bouquet, Zita Hanrot, 𝗗𝗟𝗏𝗧 𝗣𝗟𝗨𝗦𝗧, 𝗣𝗟𝗨𝗦𝗧, Amira Casar, all of these amazing actors who have, for most of them, a real history in the fashion world, read the scripts and were really enthusiastic. And I think that their energy and the way that they really came to our world was absolutely fabulous. I think there are two aspects that are fundamental for a show. One is the writing, and José and Valentine are amazing showrunners and writers. The second is the cast. It makes it real.
Well, this outfit means a lot to me because it's a new collection of Comme des Garçons by 𝗗𝗟𝗏𝗧, who was my goddess and always has been since I was a kid. I absolutely fell in love with the image that she had of women. She was on the cover of Time or Newsweek. I remember I was going back to school in England and I remember seeing the headlines saying, "This is the new Japanese woman." The Japanese had exploded in France. I have a personal story with Japan. I was conceived there. My mother lived there as a child. Part of her family were brought up there. So Japan means a lot to me, and 𝗗𝗟𝗏𝗧 especially, because she's really an artist and she's constantly challenging shapes and forms. I'm an aesthete. I like to think I'm an aesthete. It's not so much fashion. I think I know more about theatre than I do about fashion, but I do think that costume, I love history of art, and I've always studied the history of costume. I've studied history of art a bit, and it's an ongoing passion of mine, as is opera and music. And I find that clothes in a film, the costume, says everything that you don't say verbally. Clothes say everything in a film or on a theatre set that you don't say verbally. So they say a lot about who your character is. And I think that's it. But yes, I'm an aesthete, and I love style. I like it when women make an effort, But also we're in France, so we don't like the effort to be seen too much, Well, I think that with Pearl we wanted something that was effortlessly chic, but effortless. That sort of the London girl who's eccentric, who Vincent Ledu sort of picked up in a nightclub. She's his gay wife kind of thing. She's like his butler kind of thing. She provides him with ideas, with style. She goes out to the shows, fishes out the young talent, comes out and feeds him. She's his consultant. She's everything to him, and he's everything to her. But these are very lonely characters. At the end of the day, when they take all those beautiful clothes off, they're very lonely people, very sad people. It's about family feuds. Well, it was wonderful because a lot of the cast came from the theatre. So they knew how to construct a character, how to interact. There was warmth. We understood each other. We were tolerant with each other. We helped each other. I think that was really, really lovely. And I knew Lambert before, and we always wanted to work together. We have these musical dreams and musical passions, and he directed me with Charlotte Rampling in The Wasteland. Easy text, T.S. Eliot, for the anniversary, for T.S. Eliot's anniversary. So we were very, very close before. And I think it's really lovely when you work with friends because there's a trust there, and we can, also he's a director, so he can look at you as a director-actor, and that's quite something. It's interesting.
It puts a lot within its outfits, his outfits, maybe too much, but it is frustrated. And actually, what I like is the loser of the series. Everybody is betraying him. And everybody will talk of him like a Nepo baby, which is a phrase I do not really like because he's always reduced to the fact that he's an heir. And actually, it's not that easy. Okay, he's overwhelming rich. That maybe should not be possible within a democracy, but still, it's really difficult for him to build himself as a person. He does not know what he deserves. Each time he succeeds in something, actually he doesn't deserve anything because he's just a son of somebody, so he has no worth doing something. When he failed doing something, he has no right to failure because he had so much more opportunity than anybody else. I really wanted my character to be low profile because I have some friends who are like designers, like Julien Dossena, who is working for Paco Rabanne, and they are very low profile. They have just a jeans and a white t-shirt and nothing else, and always the same because they put everything in their creation. The showrunners told me no, and it was a struggle. And finally, there's something. He's frustrated, so he puts so much. Also because he wants to have fun. It's the only place when he can assert himself and say, "Okay, I want to do this," and it's a place. His outfits. It's a place where he over-invested it. And I think Apple, I like what they're trying to do, something very bold, audacious. I don't know if you say that in English, but I like the way that it's not completely, they really want to show the world. It's not completely politically correct. They go into it, and they have like, in France we put like we are often a bit too elitist, and we are differencing TV and cinema, and I think Apple is doing cinema.
She's so mean. I mean, she's really awful. I mean, even with her own family, you know. I mean, she's just nice to her granddaughter because, I mean, in fact, she's building everything for her, but she's trying to, I mean, to buy everything, to get everything, to fire everybody, to even kill. I mean, she almost be ready to kill. I mean, I'm really not a nice person. Extremely enjoyable to play. I mean, to be mean, it's so fun, you know, I mean, really. But you have to take care, I mean, it has to do, of course, also with the hairdo, the makeup and everything. And that was a long work because, I mean, she had to be not my type at all, but absolutely perfect, like, you know, like somebody who's a captain of an industry coming out, you know, and you can't even 5 minutes, you know, be natural. The costumes, I mean, that was the most important thing, you know. Really, we had an amazing costume designer, 𝗗𝗓𝗦𝗖𝗢𝗗𝗘, and we worked with her a lot. And I worked with her a lot, and really we chose it together to get the style. Because if you have the right costumes in any movies and even on stage, you have nothing else to do. The most important thing is the costumes, from your hair to the shoes. But that's really also the way you walk or the way you take your bag. But I mean that's part of the costumes. And if that's done, I just have to talk. That I know how to do it. I mean, it looks to me. I mean, even though it's not written like that, but it looks like a Shakespeare play. That means. I could be Lady Macbeth, I mean, really, or it's a Greek theater, you know, the tragedy, because I mean, it's almost inside the same family. It's like two families, but at the same time, we do have a granddaughter that we're sharing. So I mean, they're trying to eat each other.
So if you have a little time, I just say it's a house of couture and une maison de famille, which is a home. So it's basically two very powerful families evolving in a business of fashion, tearing each other and betraying each other in the landscape of fashion, which is Paris. First, Valentine and myself, wanted to make this show really realistic. We wanted the people of fashion not to be mad or to laugh at us. We wanted to give an homage to this beautiful business, which is very harsh but also beautiful, because there is, of course, stakes, but there is also all this savoir-faire, French savoir-faire that we wanted to show. So this was our first really obsession about the artistic vision. We met a great variety of people working in this industry, such as artistic directors, even fashion sociologists. We wanted to know like everything, because I wasn't really a fashion expert before working on this show. I don't know if now I am, but I sure can recognize any style from a house now. So yeah, a lot of reading, a lot of listening, a lot of following on Instagram, and it was actually really great. Yeah, so this was a huge challenge for us, because we have like 4 shows in this season, and also we have shows from different houses. So as is, it's 100% fiction. We had to create really all the identity of a house, of not a house but 3 houses. So from the logos to the style to like the colors they use, like everything, and put up a show like how this house, this 100-year-old house, would put up a show like this. And we really like almost became artistic director of fashion houses, like being obsessed with the details, like they do and like they should do, because everything is in the detail. I mean, incredible. We were so lucky. We couldn't dream of a better cast, because we just imagined all these characters for like 3 or 5 years, and they were like, we were sleeping with them, eating with them, but in 2D. And then they came up and they made the characters all alive, and it was just amazing. They were so involved, and what was funny is that during the shooting they were acting with each other between the shots as they were the characters with the family links. It was so moving to see. Yeah.
More than being a series about fashion, La Maison is a series about the rivalry between 2 families, or the feuds between 2 families that are interconnected, actually. So it's almost like one family. And everybody, like in a lot of families, and particularly in a lot of rich families, they betray one another, they hate one another, they want to destroy one another, they also love one another. So it's really about family ties and struggles and fights. The setup, the decor, is fashion and luxury, yes, and it's all about how the head of a luxury group, like a holding, this lady, played by Carole Bouquet, wants to absorb, it's been her obsession all her life, to buy herself my company, a fashion company that is quite historical. I'm an aristocrat, and this has been in my family for 150 years. It's her obsession to just absorb me and destroy me. We're here in Paris, and because there's so many couture houses, actors and young actors are always very rapidly connected to fashion houses, and we're dressed for these events or for films, so it's quite normal to young actors to be in contact with fashion designers and houses. So I've done that. As a director, theatre director, I worked with a fantastic designer, Christian Lacroix, absolute genius. He did two plays for me, the costumes for 2 plays. So I became familiar with the world of haute couture through him. I adore his work. And then I guess it's kind of like so present in our lives that of course you're interested, because it's so much in your face. It's very difficult not to be interested in it. So I have a love-hate relationship with it. I love costume. I love how people, because it's an expression of personality as an actor. I have to be interested in, what people wear. Well, I don't want to reveal too many things, but my character has to step down from his throne as a head of a company, and he will go through hell and back. In the middle of his turmoil, he goes through a real depression. To an extreme extent, and I loved playing these super dark, desperate colors of the character before he becomes human again in a way and finds the way back to his own heart. And I love portraying the depression in a way.
Yeah, I cannot tell you all about it, but it's a tough one. Because he's torn apart between two families. His own family, from which he's been kicked out, and the family he's been married to, the Rovel family. So he's half a Ledu, half a Rovel, and it's very difficult for him to find his place and to succeed in something, and without betrayal. And he has a daughter. He also wants the best for her. But his wife is the daughter of the Rovel family, so very, very tough. It was stunning because they are all very good actors and actresses. So I was enjoying myself. I think when you have a very good actor in front of you, you work better. So it was really helpful for each other, and we had concentration and fun. I think Apple TV Plus is the most prestigious platform. So I couldn't be more happy. And especially being on the same platform that has a series with Jennifer Aniston is really, I'm a huge fan. So I'm so proud to be in the same family. Many favorite moments because all the places were great, but maybe the one I loved the most was in Brittany. This little manoir in the middle of the sea was amazing.
I think with José we wanted to do a realistic show about fashion, so our obsession was really to be close to reality, to the atelier, the French savoir-faire, the petites mains, and yeah, that was our goal in the beginning. Yeah, we had to pay attention to the set, to the costume, to the hair, to the makeup, everything. So it was, because fashion is really in the details. So it was a huge work with all the department, and really interesting to create the different brands. Rovel is not the same as LEDU, is not the same as 𝗗𝗟𝗏𝗧, so we work for to find different atmosphere and public also, because 𝗗𝗟𝗏𝗧 is younger, it's more edgy, underground. LEDU, it's classical, it's more like Chanel, Hermès. So we had a lot of work to do. I think what is interesting with fashion is that it's not only about clothes, it's also about ecology, inclusivity, capitalism, a lot of stuff. So I think that was the idea and also family, because it's our angle too. So the idea is to go behind the scene of this Maison de couture and to show what everybody wants to see.
Okay, Paloma Castel, she's a young designer, and she's gonna arrive in LEDU family, and it's going to be wild because she's like a free spirit, and she wants to, to change fashion and to change like the code of haute couture. And so it was so funny to me for me to play this character and to play her evolution, you know, because when she arrives, she's like, no one's know her, you know, but she's gonna be at the head of the LEDU group, and so it's something really amazing, and it was such a pleasure, you know, to do that and to explore all of that, and I love her so much. And she's really like, she has really good clothes, you know, and I was like, oh my God. I wanted to play someone who had really bad things, but now, you know, she chose life and she chose to be alive. And so I wanted to make my Paloma like full of joy and full of life and passionate, and she wants to create and she wants to do new things. And I wanted to, you know, to give that to her, not to be a sad character, but like, okay, she's strong, she's powerful, she's gonna fight. And it was so cool, you know, to play those type of energy. I will say it's a series about fashion, about families, about power, about modernity, about women who take the power. And there's a lot of rivalité, I don't know how to say it. Yes, exactly. And so, yes, it's wild, there's a lot of secrets and also a lot of action. And so it's like a saga, you know, like a big show with really good character. And so, yeah, maybe I will say that.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and comment on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when new videos are released.